Betvoma Studios.
Hey, man. Welcome back, everybody. Kingdom Builders. Welcome back to the road trip, Mishpachah. Kingdom Builders, road trippers, Akeem and Akatim, brothers, sisters, mothers, fathers, aunties, and uncles, grandmas, grandpas, everybody in the house, man. Shalom, shalom, peace and blessings to each and every single one of you, your homes, your dwelling places, your children, your loved ones, your friends, and your pets, right? Little fur babies, right? Little fur nagas. Yeah, we love them. Yeah, we love them all. That's right. That's right, man. And I love you. Don't you ever forget that, man. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Aharon the Scribe. I'm here to just read for you, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to read for you. You know what I mean? That is my service and my duty. Yeah, but, you know, what is the whole duty of man? It's to fear the Most High. That's right. But second in command comes to serve his people, right? Love your brothers and your sisters as you love yourself. After you love your father, right? The Most High with all your heart, all your mind, all your soul, all your strength, right? And that's right. That is right, Mishpachah. That's right, Kingdom Builder. That's right. So we're out here. We're out here scribing. We're just out here scribing. That's right. We're back here in the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 12. We're going to go ahead and run through this real quick. I don't know how far we're going to go with it. We might get 12 and 13, or we might just do 12 by itself as a standalone. I don't know yet. We're just going to read in the Ruach, right? The Spirit. The Ruach, the Spirit. That's right, man. Let the Kodesh Ruach, the Ruach HaKodesh, just lead the way, guide the way, man. Lead us into all righteousness, love, truth, and understanding. Oh, yeah, man. Strapped up, ready to go. Let's do a mag change. Oh, boy. Dump this mag. Oh, yeah. All right, we're ready to go. Oh, we're ready to go. We're ready to go. All right. So no further ado. You got a few moments if you want to follow along with me. Just having a little fun here. It feels good to be back. It feels good to be back, family. Man, after taking a week off of not reading, man. But I had to do it for my health, man. It was. I had to go to the hospital, and I was kind of gone for a little while. So, but it was important, you know, because life goes on. Anyway, so we're here. We are here now. I gave you plenty of time. I already gave you plenty of time. With no further ado, let's get busy, y'all. 2nd Esdras, chapter 12. Let's begin. All right.
Take them back.
All right, let's go. Chapter 12, and it reads, And it came to pass, while the lion spoke these words to the eagle, I saw, and behold, the head that remained appeared no more, and the two wings which went over it over to it arose and set themselves up to reign, and their kingdom was small and full of uproar. And I saw, and behold, they appeared no more, and the whole body of the eagle was burned, so that the earth was in great fear. And then awaked I by reason of great ecstasy of mind, and from great fear, and said to my ruach, my spirit, right? Behold, this have you done to me, in that you search out the ways of the Most High. Behold, I am yet weary in my mind, and very weak in my spirit, my ruach, nor is there the least strength in me, for the great fear with which I was affrighted this night. Therefore I will now implore the Most High, that he will strengthen me to the end. And I said, O Yahweh, O Elohim that bear rule, if I have found favor in your sight, and if I am justified with you above many others, and if my prayer indeed has come up before your face, strengthen me then, and show me your servant the interpretation and plain meaning of this fearful vision, that you have perfectly comforted my soul. For you have judged me worthy to show me the end of time and the last times. And he said to me, this is the interpretation of the vision which you saw. The eagle whom you saw come up from the sea is the fourth kingdom, which appeared in the vision to your brother Daniel. But it was not expounded to him, as I now expound it to you, or have expounded it. Behold, the days come that there will arise up a kingdom upon the earth, and it will be feared above all the kingdoms that were before it. 12 kings will reign in it, one after the other, whereof the second will begin to reign and will have a longer time than any of the 12. This is the interpretation of the 12 wings which you saw. And whereas you heard a voice which spoke, not going out from the heads, but from the midst of the body thereof, this is the interpretation, that after that time of that kingdom there will arise no small contentions, and it will stand in peril of falling. Nevertheless, it will not then fall, but will be restored again to its first estate. And whereas you saw the 8 underwings sticking to her wings, this is the interpretation. 20. That in it there will arise 8 kings, whose times will be but small, and their years swift, and 2 of them will perish. When the middle time approaches, 4 will be kept for a while, until the time of the ending thereof will approach, but 2 will be kept to the end. And whereas you saw 3 heads resting, this is the interpretation. In the last days thereof will the Most High raise up 3 kingdoms, and renew many things therein, and they will bear rule over the earth, and over those who dwell therein, with much oppression above all those that were before them. Therefore are they called the heads of the eagle. For these are those who will accomplish their wickedness, and that will finish her last end. And whereas you saw that the great head appeared no more, it signifies that one of them will die upon his bed, and yet with pain. But, check this out. But for the 2 that remain, the sword will devour them. For war, right? For the sword of the one will devour him that was with him, but he also will fall by the sword in the last days. Whereas you saw 2 under wings passing over to the head that is on the right side. This is the interpretation. These are they whom the Most High has kept to the end, to his end. Whose end? To his end. This is the small kingdom and full of trouble, as you saw, and the lion whom you saw rising out of the wood, and roaring and speaking to the eagle, and rebuking her for her unrighteousness. And see, that's the lion. That's the righteous people, right? The people of Yahweh. In all her words which you have heard. This is the anointed one whom the Most High has kept to the end of the days, who will spring up out of the seed of David, and will come and speak to them, and reprove them for their wickedness and unrighteousness, and will heap up before them their contemptuous dealings. For at the first he will set them alive in his judgment, and when he has reproved them, he will destroy them. For the rest of my people will he deliver with mercy, those that have been preserved throughout my borders, and he will make them joyful until the coming of the end, even the day of judgment, whereof I have spoken to you from the beginning. This is the dream that you saw, and this is the interpretation thereof, and you only have been chosen to know the secret of the Most High. Therefore write all these things that you have seen in a book, and put them in a secret place, and you will teach them to the wise of your people, whose hearts you know are able to comprehend and keep these secrets. All right? Pay attention. But wait here yourself yet 7 days more, 7 days more, that there may be showed to you whatever it pleases the Most High to show you. And he departed from me. And it came to pass, when all the people saw that the 7 days were past, and I had not come again into the city, that they gathered them all together, from the least to the greatest, and came to me and spoke to me, saying, How have we offended you? How have we offended you? And what evil have we done against you, that you have utterly forsaken us and sit in this place? Smug, real smug, right? 42. For of all the prophets, you alone are left to us, as a cluster of the vintage, and as a lamp in a dark place, and as a haven for a ship saved from the tempest, from the storm, right? Are not the evils which are come to us sufficient? Are they not good enough? If you will forsake us, how much better had it been for us if we also had been consumed in the burning of Zion? Huh? For we are not better than those who died there. And they wept with a loud voice. And I answered them and said, Be of good comfort, O Yasharel, O Israel, and be not sorrowful, you house of Jacob, Yaakov. For the Most High has you in remembrance, and the Mighty has not forgotten you forever. As for me, I have not forsaken you, neither am I departed from you, but am come into this place to pray for the desolation of Zion, and that I might seek mercy for the low estate of your sanctuary. And now go your way, every man to his own house, and after these days I will come to you. So the people went their way into the city, like as I said to them. But I sat in the field 7 days, as the angel commanded me. And in those days I did eat only the flowers of the field, and had my meat of the herbs. All right, man. All right, that's cool. So let's go ahead and do chapter 13. You guys want to do that one too? Well, I mean, I guess we're already kind of there, right? Might as well just. Oh, 13's kind of long. Oh, wow, I didn't know. All right. Well, we're committed. We're already in there. All right, let's get it. Chapter 13, and it reads, And it came to pass, after 7 days, I dreamed a dream by night, and behold, there arose a wind from the sea, that it moved all the waves thereof. And I saw, and behold, this wind caused to come up from the midst of the sea, as it were the likeness of a man. And I saw, and behold, that man flew with the clouds of heaven. And when he turned his countenance to look, all things trembled that were seen under him. And whenever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the wax melts when it feels the fire, feels the heat, right, Naga? And after this I saw, and behold, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of a number from the four winds of heaven, to make war against the man that came out of the sea. And I saw, and behold, he carved himself a great mountain, and flew upon it. But I sought to see the region or place where the mountain was graven, and I could not. I could not. And after this I saw, and behold, all they which were gathered together to fight against him were sore afraid, and yet dared fight. They still fought. And behold, as he saw the assault of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held spear, nor any instrument of war, but only I saw how that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a flood of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks of the storm. And these were all mixed together, the flood of fire, the flaming breath, and the great storm, and fell upon the assault of the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burned all of them up, all of them, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived, but only dust of ashes and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was amazed. Afterward I saw the same man come down from the mountain, and called to him another multitude which was peaceful, and many people came to him, whereof some were glad, some were sorry, some of them were bound, and some brought of those who were offered. Then though great fear I awakened, through great fear, Salake, I awakened, and prayed to the Most High, and said, You have showed your servant these wonders from the beginning, and have counted me worthy that you should receive my prayer. And now show me moreover the interpretation of this dream. For as I conceive in my understanding, woe to those who will be left in those days, and much more woe to those who are not left. For those who were not left will be in heaviness, understanding things that are laid up in the latter days, but not attaining to them. But woe to them also that are left for this cause, for they will see great perils and many necessities, like as these dreams declare. Yet it is better for one to be in peril and to come into these things than to pass away as the cloud out of the wind, and not to see the things that will happen in the last days. And he answered to me and said, The interpretation of the vision will I tell you, and I will also open to you the things whereof you have made mention. 22. Whereas you have spoken of those who are left behind. This is the interpretation. He that will endure the peril in that time will keep those who are fallen into danger, even such as have works and faith toward the Almighty El Shaddai, correct? Yes, that's correct. Know therefore that they which are left behind are more blessed than those who are dead. These are the interpretations of the vision, whereas you saw a man coming up out of the midst of the sea. This is he whom the Most High has kept a great season, which by his own self will deliver his creature, and he will order those who are left behind. And whereas you saw that out of his mouth there came wind and fire and storm, and whereas he held neither spear nor any instrument of war, but destroyed the assault of the multitude which came to fight against him. This is the interpretation. Behold, the days come when the Most High will begin to deliver those who are upon the earth, and there will come astonishment of mind upon those who dwell on the earth. And one will think to war against another, city against city, place against place, people against people, and kingdom against people, kingdom against kingdom. And it will be when these things will come to pass, and the signs will happen, which I showed you before, then will my Son be revealed, whom you saw as a man ascending. And it will be, when all the nations hear his voice, every man will leave his own land and the battle they have against one another. And an innumerable multitude will gather together, as you saw, desiring to come and to fight against him. But he will stand upon the top of the Mount Zion, and Zion will come and will be showed to all men, being prepared and built like as you saw the mountain graven without hands. And this, my Son, will rebuke the nations which are come for their wickedness with plagues that are like to the tempest, and will taunt them to their face with their evil thoughts, and the torments with which they will be tormented, which are likened to a flame. And he will destroy them without labor by the law, which is likened to fire. And whereas you saw that he gathered to him another multitude that was peaceful, these are the 10 tribes which were led away out of their own land in the time of Hosea the king, who Salmanassar, the king of the Assyrians, led away captive. See, we're talking about the northern tribes, right? Ephraim. Ephraim. All right. And he carried them beyond the river, and they were carried into another land. But they took his counsel among themselves, that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go out into the further country, where never mankind lived, that they might there keep their statutes, which they had not kept in their own land. Verse 43, and it reads, And they entered by the narrow passage of the river Euphrates, for the Most High then performed signs for them, and held back the springs of the river until they had passed over. For through that country there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half, and the same region is called Azareth. Then they lived there until the latter time. And now, when they begin to come again, the Most High holds back the springs of the river again, and they may go through. Therefore you saw the multitude gathered together with peace. But those that are left behind of your people are those who are found within my holy border, my Kodesh border, right? It will be therefore, when he will destroy the multitude of the nations that are gathered together, he will defend the people that remain, and then he show them very many wonders. Then said I, O Adonai, that bear rule, show me this. Why have I seen the man coming up from the midst of the sea? And he said to me, like as one can neither seek out nor know what is in the deep of the sea, even so can no man upon earth see my Son, or those that be with him. Right? Those are the 144,000. That's the bridesmen. But in that time of his day. 53, to the door. Let's go to the gate. This is the interpretation of your dream which you saw, and for this you only are enlightened herein. For you have forsaken your own ways, and applied your diligence to mine, and have sought out my law. Your life have you ordered in wisdom, and have called understanding your mother. And called understanding your mother. And therefore have I showed you this, for there is a reward laid up with the Most High And it will be after another 3 days I will speak other things to you and declare to you mighty and wondrous things. Then I went out and passed into the field, giving praise and thanks greatly to the Most High El Shaddai because of his wonders, which he did from time to time, right? From time to time, and because he governs the time, and such things as fall in the seasons. And there I sat 3 days. I sat for 3 more days. 3 more days, my brother. 3 days. All right. That's right. That's right. What do you think about 14, though? You want to get 14, too? I don't know. How do you feel? You want to get it, family? What do you want to do? All right. All right, let's do it, then. Keep your scrolls ready, so you don't got to get ready. Chapter 14, and reads, And it came to pass upon the 3rd day I sat under an oak, and behold, there came a voice out of a bush near me, and said, Esdras, Esdras. And I said, Here I am, Adonai. And I stood upon my feet. And then he said to me, In the bush I did manifestly reveal myself and talked with Moses, when my people were in bondage in Mizraim, Egypt. And I sent him, and he led my people out of Egypt, Mizraim, and I brought them out of Mount of Sinai, where I held him by me for many days, and told him many wondrous things, and showed him the secrets of the times and the end of the seasons, and commanded him, saying, These words will you publish openly, and these will you hide. And now I say to you, lay up in your heart the signs that I have showed, and the dreams that you have seen, and the interpretations which you have heard. For you will be taken away from men, and from now on you will remain with my son, and with such as be like you, until the times be ended. For the world has lost its youth, and the times began to wax old. For the world is divided into 12 parts, and 10 parts of it are gone already, even the half of the 10th part. And there remain of it 2 parts after the middle of the 10th part. Now therefore set your house in order, and reprove your people, comfort the lowly among them, and instruct such of them to be wise. And now renounce the life that is corruptible, and let go from the mortal thoughts, cast away from you the burdens of man. Put off now your weak nature, and lay aside the thoughts that are most grievous to you, and haste you to remove from these times. For yet worse evils than those which you have seen happen will be done hereafter. For look, how much the world will be weaker through age, so much the more will evils increase upon those who dwell therein. For the truth will withdraw itself further off, and falsehood will be hard at hand. For now hastens the eagle to come, which you saw in vision. Then answered I and said, I will speak before you, O Adonai. Behold, I will go as you have commanded me, and reprove the people that now be. But those who will be born afterward, who will admonish them? Who's going to admonish them? Huh? I got these ones now, but what about the ones who come later, bro? For the world is set in darkness, and those who dwell therein are without light. For your law is burned, therefore no man knows the things that you have done, or the works that will be done. But if I have found favor before you, send the Kodesh Spirit, the Holy Spirit, the Kodesh Ruach to me, and I will write all that has been done in the world since the beginning, even the things that were written in your law, that men may be able to find the path, and that they which would live in the latter days may live. Verse 23. And he answered me and said, Go your way, gather the people together, and say to them that they seek you not for 40 days, but prepare many tablets, and take with you Saraiah, Dabriah, Selemiah, Athanus, and Asiel, these 5 which are ready to write swiftly. They sound like scribes to me. And come here, and I will light a lamp of understanding in your heart, which will not be put out until the things be ended, which you will write. And when you have done this, some things will you publish openly, and some things will you deliver in secret to the wise. Tomorrow this hour will you begin to write. Then I went out as he commanded me, and gathered all the people together, and said, Hear these words, O Yasharel, O fathers at the beginning were strangers in Mizraim, Egypt, and they were delivered from there, and received the law of life, which they kept not, which you also have transgressed after them. Then was the land, even the land of Zion, given you for possession, but you yourselves and your fathers have done unrighteousness, and have not kept the ways which the Most High commanded you. And forasmuch as he is a righteous judge, he took from you for a while the thing that he had given you. Now you are here, and your kindred are among you. Therefore, if so be that you will rule over your own understanding and instruct your hearts, you will be kept alive, and after death you will obtain mercy. You will obtain mercy. Salake 35. For after death will the judgment come, when we will live again, and then will the names of the righteous be manifest, and the works of the ungodly will be declared. Let no man therefore come to me now, nor seek after me these 40 days. So I took the 5 men as he commanded me, and we went out into the field and remained there. And it came to pass on the next day that, behold, a voice called me, saying, Esdras, open your mouth and drink what I give you to drink. Then I opened my mouth, and behold, there was given to me a full cup, which was full, as it were, with water, but the color of it was like fire. And I took it and drank. And when I had drunk of it, my heart uttered understanding, and wisdom grew in my breast, for my ruach retained its memory, and my mouth was opened and shut no more. The Most High gave understanding to the 5 men, and they wrote by course the things that were told them, in characters which they knew not. And they sat 40 days. Now they wrote in that daytime, and at the night they ate bread. As for me, I spoke in the day, and by night I held not my tongue. So in 40 days were written 14 books. And it came to pass, when the 40 days were fulfilled, that the Most High spoke to me, saying, The first that you have written publish openly, and let the worthy and unworthy read it. But keep the 70 last, that you may deliver them to such as the wise amongst your people. For in them is the spring of understanding, the fountain of wisdom, and the stream of knowledge. And I did so. That's the end of chapter 14. We're going to close that one up there, and we're going to start back on 15 on the next go. All right, hallelujah. All right, and that's going to be the end of that one. That's going to be into this go. Thanks for being here. And if you really enjoy the readings, go ahead and subscribe to the channel so you can be up to date on all the new drops I'm going to be making here pretty soon. I'm trying to catch up. So I'm going to be doing a lot of drops in the next couple days. And if you don't want to miss any, just go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I don't need a like if you don't like it. No pressure there. But anyway, love y'all, man. Dipping in one last time, man. All praise to the Most High. Abba Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, man. All praises to Yahweh. Glory to Yahweh Shai. Honors to the Ruach HaKodesh. My love and my respect goes out to each and every single one of you. Shalom, shalom, kingdom builders. Peace and blessings, road trippers. I can't wait to see y'all again, man. All praises to the Most High. I love you. Yeah. All right. Yes, man. Yeah.